What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Dead by Daylight Tokyo Ghoul live stream. 5 more seconds. I'm hoping for FNAF at the end, but we probably won't. Here we go.
デッドバイデイライトコミュニティの皆さん、こんにちは。テレビアニメ東京グールで金木健を演じております。
Voice actor for Ken Kaneki.
今回ですね、東京グールがデッドバイデイライトとコラボすることが決定しました。ありがとうございます。僕は金木くんを、演じるにあたってですね、すごいいろいろ苦労したキャラクターで、とても思い入れが深いキャラクターなんですけれども、そんな彼がですね、僕がずっと初期の頃からプレイしているデッドバイデイライトとコラボするということで、本当に夢のような気持ちで、嬉しさでいっぱいです。金木くんがキラーとして、どのような能力で、どんな活躍を見せるのか、ぜひ皆さん楽しみにしていてください。他にも東京グールのキャラクターがたくさん登場しますので、ぜひコラボを楽しんでください。よろしくお願いします。
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are psyched.
It's a cool looking character for sure.
The live stream set. It's been a while. It's our first stream of the year, actually.
Yeah.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to be with you at home, wherever you're watching this. At the cafe. I don't know where people are when they watch this show. We have a great year ahead of us, and we have a great chapter ahead of us, which we're here to talk about today. As you just saw in that amazing trailer, Tokyo Ghoul. I'm so psyched. So not only is Tokyo Ghoul a cool chapter with a bunch of amazing new gameplay, which we're going to talk about in a bit, gives a really great reason also for us to acknowledge and give a shout out to our amazing Japanese community. DVD is really blessed with an amazing community over there, and we just sent a whole crew of people to visit and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Dork, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And hello, everybody. Yes, our Japanese fans have been with us every step of the way, and their support is unreal. I don't know if I could say the rest of that joke. It's great to get to celebrate Japanese horror culture. And with Tokyo Ghoul entering the fog, I'm so ecstatic just for everyone to get their hands on it, and I know you're going to have a great time with it. So today's show features a closer look at our new killer, the Ghoul, our very cool chapter collection, upcoming events, and more. So we've got a lot for you today, so let's go ahead and take a look at the run of show.
I'm curious to see some of the events. I've heard stuff about the blood moon event.
Talking with killer designer Janik and
Blood Moon, there you go.
Ghoul's gameplay to learn how the elements of Tokyo Ghoul inspired our latest killer.
After that, we'll spend some time with Dead by Daylight
Archives revamp.
Tall man to talk about everything Blood Moon. This event was a huge hit last year. People really had a great time, and they've built on the aesthetics and gameplay to give you even more to look forward to this year. And since it wouldn't be a new chapter or event without some awesome outfits to go through, we'll sit down with Kirby, our store product manager, for a look at all of the upcoming collections that are being added, and it's going to be mind-blowing.
Yes, and then big news.
I want to hear about
we're
this.
Revamping the archives. There are some key changes that are going to go a long way with players, and we've got product manager Brandon joining Eric here on the couch to break it all down for us.
And finally, as is tradition, we'll close things out with a Q&A, where we'll try to cover as many questions from the community as we can before we wrap things up.
Yes, and since it's the new live stream, it means new Twitch drops, and it wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight live stream.
Oh yeah, it's true. Twitch drops.
3 new rewards for you to earn starting today until April 16th. Don't forget, you can register by simply linking your behavior account. So go ahead and go over to
Twitch drops. Let me actually change the.
Yeah, so check those out. I'm really psyched about these. These are some of the best drops we've gotten. They are on theme with Tokyo Ghoul. We've got an Enteku badge for watching 1 hour, a half Ghoul badge for watching 3 total hours, and an Enteku Cafe banner for those who watch 6 hours. And then I will also mention there is a mystery 4th drop.
Oh?
Which I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want people to find it, tell us what they think. Don't spoil it, because the Twitch website probably already tells you what it is. But just don't do that. Don't do that. Just watch Twitch, have fun with Dead by Daylight, and get that new first drop. So with that,
We won't
I
check
think
it
it's
out,
time to
fuck
dive
it.
into the show,
We'll see.
And we're gonna start things off with Janik.
But yeah.
About the killer's power.
The Blood Moon event was fun. I just think that, like, I mean, one, the blood, like, stone thing was broken, so you couldn't even use it, I don't think, last time. But I think the little, like, blood pool things, I think, like, I wanted them to have a bigger effect on the game itself than it felt like they did. It just kind of felt like they were there. Didn't really feel like there was a need to really mess with them. So,
All right,
you know.
let's dive
Without
right
breaking
into
the
our
game,
latest
I'd like
chapter,
to see them
Tokyo
have a
Ghoul.
bigger
I know
effect.
we've got a lot of anime fans on the Dead by Daylight team, but also I think probably out there in our community. Really excited about this new killer.
Sorry
And
about my
if you
mic,
could tell us
Jesus.
about all the amazing parts and terrible parts and scary parts that we have in store for our survivors. We've got our killer designer Janik back on the couch.
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
So last time you were here was our anniversary chapter in that killer, and we had a great time there. I think the community had some fun, and now you're back with a super new and super different design for this killer.
Indeed.
So to kick things off, why
There's a
don't
little
you start
Blood
by
Moon
telling
poster
us,
back there.
You're told that you're going to work on Tokyo Ghoul and Kaneki. How do you approach that? What's the first thing that you do when you find out?
To be honest, I was unfamiliar with the license, so I really had to get into it, dive into the series, and let's say that it builds up the pressure because it's a really good show, and I understood what it would mean to all the fans to get to play this character in Dead by Daylight. But I think it's an important part also of the process when we design a character, especially coming from license, understanding where they come from, like what they're all about, what's their flaw, what they're doing, and it's great when we sort of manage to translate those elements into game mechanic, and when it clicks with the player, and they can refer to, oh, that's how it works, in the show or whatever, and then they see it.
That is cool about
makes
DBD.
sense for them.
They really do a good job with, like,
There's
source
that guy
material
on
and
the screen
stuff.
there.
That's
So
why
for
so many,
anyone
like,
new to Tokyo
licenses,
Ghoul,
you
like
know,
you were when you first
like
started
to
the project,
collab with them,
why don't you
basically.
set the scene? Tell us about the world and the character.
Oh yeah, so Tokyo Ghoul takes place in a modern world similar to ours, except that it's inhabited by ghouls, which are creatures that looks human, but they all have their own individual power. They are also stronger than normal human, but all of this comes from with a drawback, which is craving human flesh. So we meet our guy Ken Kaneki. He's a really normal university student, and kind of ends up in the wrong place, wrong time, and gets transformed into a ghoul. But in this case, it's a half ghoul. So particularly, they are stronger than normal ghoul. And he tries to keep his good side. This is the balance that he has to manage. He meets up with good friends that help him out, but that's how he gains the majestic kind of tentacle that he has.
Which is cool. That's a really cool new slant on the killer for us. So, with that in mind, how did the entity bring
I
him
mean,
into
it's
the
definitely not a
project?
stealth killer, that's for
Like I
damn
said,
sure.
He tries to keep his humanity as much as possible, but there's a part in the show where he gets captured, tortured, and sort of lose it. His ghoul side takes over, and became enraged, and that's when the entity comes in and picks him and put him into
That's
the
pretty
fog,
cool.
basically.
I don't
And
know
that's
when
the
that
version
happens in the
our,
show because I've never
players
seen
are
it,
gonna
but
be facing this enraged version. I'll lose.
So we had a little illustration there, which is nice. So basically, the entity kind of took that moment in time, froze him at his most enraged, which is pretty crazy. All right, so I know gameplay-wise, the Ghoul is super different from the last killer that you worked on, but also the last killer we released. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your high-level goals when you approach the design?
Yeah, when looking at more recent killer, we saw that we released quite more complex killer, really high skill and everything, and we thought that this is a good opportunity to make a more straightforward, kind of pick up and play, easy to play, hard to master type of character. We look also at different ways of how his power will work, and traversal made a lot of sense. So that's really the direction we decide to go.
okay. I mean,
So it was
that
really
feels like
important
another
that,
dash killer.
we look at our past
Or
traversal
lunge killer, I guess.
power and try to kind of create something that is
But, like,
more
if the
unique
lunge was on
and
crack.
par, like what would be players' expectation. So we know that
It's
these
going,
sort of
it's
killer
going,
are
Kiara,
super
it's going.
popular in our community. So we
Haven't
definitely
seen
try to
much
make
yet.
something, very
Kind of
unique
just
and
started.
fun.
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
tired
what we
as
saw in
fuck.
the PTB. People really love the traversal specifically. They're liking the character all around, but that aspect of it was what hyped
Yeah.
people up. So
Hoping to see
why don't you
some,
tell us a little bit about
hoping
that
to see
dual
some
power
Five Nights at
and,
Freddy's,
how it
but
works?
Yeah, but like I said,
I
it's
imagine we probably
straightforward.
won't.
You look at the location, pinpoint, and activate your power.
Yeah, it's only because I'm tired. It's not. My nose isn't actually stuffy.
You can do up to 2 leap in a row, so it helps you out to cover like large distance of ground really rapidly. So it's a fantastic effect.
It looks pretty fun too. Being a ghoul is
Definitely.
yes. So I imagine those tentacles that we
I wonder
just
if you can
saw,
actually do that in the
they
show.
can also be used to do pretty terrible things to our survivors. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. But the way we managed to make the whole system works, it made it feel like it was really too easy just to pinpoint at a survivor and just like point and click and damage them. So we look at different ways to create like a unique effect and more balance, and we end up with
This is
do
like
one
the
leap on a collision first,
the
then your second leap on a survivor, and that's how the
what do you
power
call it?
will
This is
then
the
get into, like, the damage version of it. So
the
you
killer,
do your
like,
second leap on a survivor,
guy.
you grab in,
the guy who,
you
like,
slash
you know,
him, you
designs
damage,
them.
and you also apply the
So
deep
they
then
brought
you
him
let
on
go.
so he could talk about the
And
killer
on the other side,
and like his
you'll
powers and,
also
you know,
gonna
design
gain
philosophy.
the enrage mode, which is like a kind of a super version of yourself. And during that time, you gain a third leap, so you can do 3 leaps consecutively, which gains you even more ground and distance. So it's even more fun and more deadly, definitely.
Fantastic. We get to see that. I'm enjoying all the extra illustrations we've got today. So how should a player picking it up and playing the ghoul for the first time feel in that role?
Definitely, your presence is going
She'll
to
be
be
back.
felt in the map when you play, because you can also almost be everywhere all at once. It's a very kind of a tactical, reactive killer. There's not much like like a strategy or planning. It's really like kind of go instant. You put yourself in a position and then you react to survivor. So it's a very kind of a high skill killer, but also something that we think that like lower skill player will still have a lot of fun to just like change direction or kind of react to what's happening at the time you're doing your move. So it's really
We'll
fun.
see.
Fun
We'll
effect.
see if it actually works that
Yeah,
way.
I think people are going to have fun with it at all skill levels. So to close things out, how about you give some tips to our players that will be playing as the ghoul?
Yeah, so when the ghoul comes toward you and want to use his power, pay attention to the walls in the environment, because a reticle, red reticle, like super clear, is going to appear for survivor, and this also dictate where he's going to be aiming and going forward. So trying to keep away
So
from
you
these
can't see that
locations
red
and not be in
reticle that he
range,
has.
so that the killer like then hits you with this M1 attack, or even go with a second leap and then attack you. The other thing is, if he leaps, like I said, try to cut line of sight as soon as possible so that he cannot perform the special attack that he can do on the second leap or third leap if he has in range. And then last but not least,
These big tentacles are definitely an aspect that we should look out for. Yeah.
yes, exactly. So he's enormous. Like he's a small character, but his tentacles are so huge that it was taken in consideration when we balanced the power. So like he has very high speed, very big map presence, but also this is helping out survivor to pinpoint where he is and when he's going to come at you. So don't wait to the last second to pull a move, because he's probably going to be on you by that time.
Right. He's not a sneaky guy. He's very noticeable on the map.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so that was for survivors. How about
That's
people
what she
playing
said.
as the ghoul? Any tips for them?
Yeah, sure. I mentioned several times enrage. Try to
Making
keep your
jokes.
enrage mode active as much as possible. Enrage mode will deplete if all survivors have cleaned up their deep wound. So as long as survivor have deep wound, you have enrage mode active. But if no longer have the status effect, then a countdown will start. So try to keep the momentum and reactivate as much as possible. The third leap is such
So
a
you're
big
enraged
advantage
as
to
long
have.
as someone's in deep wound.
The other
Interesting.
thing is the ability button. It might sound like a little thing, but it's one of the most important thing about the power. So the ability buttons allow you to stop your leap and go for the M1 attack right away.
Wow. And just that Mori alone is enough of a reason to play.
Yes, very
So
good.
good.
It's a
so
cool Mori.
gory.
I
Jamie,
like
thank
that
you so
there's
much,
like
as always, for
becoming
joining
more
us
gore in the
here, and
game.
super interesting
Like,
to hear
you
how
know,
you approach
they're
the
maybe
character
updating
and
their
the
code a
design.
little bit more for it, but
Folks should jump in after
I would
the
love
show
like
and
Mori
enjoy it.
reworks. I think
For
that'd be
now,
cool. There's some
I'm gonna
Moris
toss
that
it
I
over
think would
to
just be
myself, but also
badass.
Dork, to update you on some of the cool activities we've got coming in the coming weeks.
Twitch drops, chat. Twitch drops. They're all Tokyo Ghoul related, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are. 6 hours of DVD to get the banner. That's a lot of stream time.
That was a really cool look at the new killer power and all that.
Yes, I love getting to spend time with Janik too. He knows his stuff. So
Oh yeah,
it's just it's like going to school.
he's like so into it.
Yeah. So not at all about anything we just talked about. I would like to change the subject.
Oh, okay, let's.
So did you know that before DBD even came out, its first appearance
Yeah, I did.
was at PAX East in Boston?
I got 2, but one of them was like a
It's
self-promoting,
true.
you know, like
And,
artist
if
person,
you
so
haven't seen what we mentioned on social media,
it is what it
recently,
is.
We are going back to PAX East and going back to Boston.
PAX
I'm
East.
so psyched about it. I'm from Boston myself. Poke lore there for people. And PAX used to be a big part of my life. And so post-COVID, it's my first time returning. I'm so psyched our team gets to go. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of you there. We're doing something very cool. We're going to do what they call a panel, what we call our anniversary broadcast for the 9th anniversary, which, as you may know from previous years, it reveals lots of surprises. So you're definitely going to want to tune in on May 9th, which is when that broadcast/panel is.
May 9th. That'll probably have
I'm super
a FNAF
excited to
trailer.
be going. This will be my first ever.
I mean,
PAX
for it to be
East.
their anniversary
So
one,
I'll
it's
be
probably
there,
going to have a
with
FNAF
Eric
trailer.
and the rest of the team, doing the broadcast. So you're more than
Like,
welcome to
for
join us
sure.
on the
There's
show
no way
before,
The
or
ninth,
at
the
Dead by
9th
Daylight
anniversary comes around, they don't show for
We'll
that.
also have that panel on May.
It'd be perfect
11th,
timing.
Sunday. So we're hoping that you will be popping up as your favorite killer, survivor. I want to see your cosplays.
Because that's a
Please
month,
come
you
and
know.
cosplay.
That gives Ken, you know, Ken
Yes,
Kaneki.
to recap, first, chapter drops at noon. Chapter isn't going to drop during our show. It drops at noon. Mark your calendars. Stop asking in chat. Broadcast for
Or
the
Kaneki,
anniversary,
I don't know.
May 9th. And then an additional panel if you're in there in person, May 11th. Come see us in Boston, also at the booth. It's going to be awesome. So you can go to the PAX website to see their schedule. There's a ton of amazing stuff there. You can get your tickets. And genuinely, I want to meet as many fans and folks as I can while we're there.
Yeah, same
By
here.
the booth. So now we're going to pass it back to you to talk to Chase and all things Blood Moon event.
The Blood Moon. It's back. Blood Moon returns. Like I said, I hope to see a little bit more like actual gameplay effects. Cause like blood points is cool, but you know. I mean the offering didn't even work, so hopefully the offering works this time.
it is time to celebrate spring. Unless you're in Montreal, then welcome to second winter. But in the entities realm, this means blood and lots of it. And after making its debut last year, the Blood Moon event is back for another outing. This time, we've got new rewards, some really nasty gameplay that we hope you'll love.
Nasty
and here to talk to
gameplay.
me all about it is our amazing Dead by Daylight art director, Chase.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. So, for anyone who didn't get a chance to check it out last time, the Blood Moon event is hands down
Guy
the
seems
best
kinda
time of
tall.
year to rack up a massive amounts of blood points, especially if you play Dead by Daylight a lot, like moi, like me. It's the perfect chance to make lots of quick progress on leveling up your characters. But if you're also new to Dead by Daylight, this is the perfect time to get a big head start on leveling up as well. So, Chase, what can you tell folks at home about what they can expect from this year's Blood Moon event starting on April 7th?
Sure.
April
for the
7th,
art
so
team,
7 days
it's
next
one
week.
of our favorite things to work on. More blood for everybody. We wanted to have something that looks great, but also plays really well with gameplay. And obviously our love of horror.
Yeah, speaking of gameplay, I actually did want to ask you what's changed in this Blood Moon event.
Sure. Yeah. After receiving player feedback, we decided to tie the theme with the gameplay a little more closely. We really wanted to kind of freshen up the uniqueness of the event itself as well, with new gens and new interactions.
Okay, so like you said, new gens.
New
And new
gens.
interactions. Yes, for this event, we're introducing a new type of generator called blood generators.
Blood
so
generators.
On the map, 4 of the 7 gens
Whoa,
will
what the
now
fuck?
be replaced with blood generators. And survivors will need to complete 5 gens as usual, but that means that 2 of these gens will be blood generators. So throughout the map, these things called blood pumps will also pop up at hook spawn points. And as survivors, you need to go up to these to receive a blood can filled with blood that you'll need to transport to the blood generator. So
Okay.
exciting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Players really need to think on their feet and decide which gen they want to go after. Get the blood flowing and the engines roaring.
Exactly. And it's going to be like a huge risk versus reward kind of situation too, right? Because
I know they
completing a
couldn't
blood
do it because,
generator
like, you
in
know,
some
that
cases
would
might
be
quicker or easier
probably
to do,
not
instead of a normal gen.
great to have as a gameplay, but like,
Who wants that? But you do this at a bit of a risk because the blood can you're carrying could give you away if you're not being careful. It makes noise the faster you move, and it's loudest when you're running, making it easier for the killer to find you. So running will splosh blood all over the place, making a huge mess and leaving a long-lasting blood trail for the killer to follow.
that's probably the new
If you
costumes
run with
too.
it for too long, your can
That looks like
can
trappers.
also completely drain, and you'll have to fill it up again at one of the blood pumps. This also gives survivors a chance for co-op play, as you can actually pass the blood cans back and forth amongst each other, and while you're looking for blood generators or blood pumps. We're hoping that this will encourage like a more dynamic and stealthier gameplay for survivors, as you'll need to work together to move around the map to complete your objectives. But that was a lot. And
I was
so
gonna say it'd be
excited.
really
Cannot
cool,
wait
but
to
like
start
I know they
working on
probably
Blood
couldn't do
Gen.
it if like,
But can you tell me,
you know, you went up
with
to the
this
blood
new
generator
elements, with this
and
new
you did
art,
something
did you guys have fun with creating these?
that I do not
So much
condone
fun, designing
to
these
your
elements.
body
Our-
to feed it
our
blood.
main
That
objective,
would
of
be
course,
pretty
is to support
awesome,
the gameplay, make sure
but
that everything is nice and visible for
I'm
the
sure they
players.
couldn't do that, you know, legally.
Our goal,
Just kinda
is
be
to
sending the
support
wrong message.
gameplay, but also just to have fun with the subject matter. So that includes having these vintage style gas station parts that we've used in the past. So it kind of plays into the horror theme as well. And also with the fun entity presence, making sure that the players know that, well, once they see that, they know that the entity has placed it there for them to figure out.
That's very cool, and I did get a chance to play test this before y'all got a hand on it, and I'm telling you, it's so much fun, and you leave such a mess everywhere. Thankfully, I didn't have a killer following me, but where does the killer actually play into all this?
Well, for this, the killer doesn't get any new changes. It's just the new situations for them to deal with. Just like the players, they have to decide whether or not to go after regular gens or the blood gens. This time around as well, the killers can kick the blood generators in order to regress it, similar to the old gens.
That's a lot of blood.
They can also kick over blood cans as well to pour out all that blood.
Oh.
We made sure to include it all. And just only one note is to mention is that the past perks that would apply to the old gens, they don't apply yet. We just want to wait for player feedback and make sure that everything works well. This is just the first iteration for the new gameplay, but we look forward to player feedback.
I think that's
Okay.
perfectly fine with me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't.
So they don't want to mess
Storm
with
checks on blood
gen perks
generator.
for them.
I think I'd get
Just,
blood everywhere.
you know,
to be honest, it'd be bad for
unfortunate,
everyone
but
involved.
probably makes
But
sense.
all of that sounds very gross and very fun. So, with that, we're also bringing back the Blood Sense map and the Bloodshot Eye event items. So only
Hopefully
thing
the
about
eye
this, though,
works.
Do keep in mind that since it's a new event gameplay, that last year's Bloodshot Eye is actually just going to get you more blood points. In fact, you'll get 100% more for interactions tied to the event gameplay. Is that right? Am I right on that?
That's right, yeah. The Blood Seeker Community Tracker is also back. For this one, you complete a blood gen, get a point. As a killer, kick a blood generator, get a point. Doing these actions progress the blood point modifier up to 500%.
Oh.
500.
Our event lobby also has some changes too. It's an improved version of last year's. We have some progression in there that we're really excited about, and we want
cool.
Players to keep an eye out for.
That lobby looks gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And I cannot wait for all of us to be working on that 500% increase in blood points. All of us. So finally, can you
500%,
tell
that's
me
a lot.
about some of the rewards that we can earn over the course of the event?
Yeah, absolutely. Besides blood points, we have lots of blood-themed rewards to earn for the players. We've added one charm. We have 3 badges, 3 banners,
It's a
and
cool
6
charm.
cosmetic pieces.
Whoa,
Yeah.
those look so good.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
That
3
middle
bloody shirts for
banner there is
survivors,
cool too.
And some bloody weapons for killers too. Extra gross. We love it.
Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, that's great. There's also 2 full outfits for Vittorio, including some fun glowing tattoos, and the Trapper as well, just drenched and dripping in blood. We're really excited about it. And of course, our daily login calendar is back as well. So log in every day and get more blood points.
That's awesome. I cannot wait to get my hands on that Vittorio outfit. That looks great. And it's like all red. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
It's so good. Well, thank you so much for walking us through that. And remember to join in, log in every day so that you can go ahead and get everything more with the blood points and the rewards and the event currency. So, so as long as you're logging in, you're also participating towards a 500% modifier. Please, Mama needs blood points. But thank you so much, Chase, for joining me on the couch for this. Remember, the Blood Moon event runs from April 7th to April 29th. So don't miss out, because I've already got some people in my DMs on Twitter asking me when the event's coming back. Here it is, right here, April 7th. But
7th.
next, we're going to be joined on the couch with Kirby.
Literally next
who's gonna be
week.
walking me through all of the upcoming collections, including additions
I think
to
that's the
Blood
day
Moon
before
collection
South of
and the new
Midnight.
Tokyo Ghoul collection. So stay tuned.
Upcoming collections. I'm hoping that they talk about those. Did they copy Faz with the Blood Moon? No, they had one last year too. I think it was either last year or the year before, but they had a Blood Moon already before. I don't know if Faz did it before that one, but like specifically for DVD, this is the second time they've done it.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it would be a Dead by Daylight live stream if we didn't talk about the collections we're about to roll out. So back on the couch with me is our
Oh, I
store
talk about
manager,
the fan
Kirby.
created
Tell
ones
us
from
all
the
about them. Thanks for
like
joining
the
me.
anniversary one that they showed, I think.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about Tokyo Ghoul.
I haven't
Blood
really
Moon,
heard about
and
'em yet.
more. So we've got such a ton of stuff to be diving into today. But first, I also heard we're doing a little bit of housekeeping when it comes to rarities in Dead by Daylight, so maybe we should start there.
Yeah, sure. So first off, let me say that things will largely be staying the same, but we've done a few things to help with consistency when it comes to quality and pricing. For starters, the event rarity is going to disappear for cosmetics. The existing items will be merged into either rare or very rare, depending on what piece it is. But that will only be applied for in-game cosmetics. The items will get to keep the event rarity.
Okay.
And then when it comes to legendaries and ultra rares, they're intended internally to be very similar in terms of the quality and the effort that we put into it. So going forward, we're just merging them all into the legendaries now.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And there's also a new rarity making its way into the fog. Is that right?
Yes, so that is the Ascended rarity. It's
Ascended.
going to exist between very rare and legendary, and it'll offer more for players, like extra VFX or more detailed modeling work, but won't have absolutely everything that players expect when they would get a legendary outfit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And with that, we're also
Ascended
doing a review
rarity.
of all the existing legendary outfits to make sure that the pricing is fair. So if we find that an existing legendary doesn't have everything to meet our new quality standards, we're going to bump that down to be an Ascended rarity so that the pricing is fair for players when they go to the store.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, and this isn't coming this update, but it will be in the May update when that comes.
Okay, so we
The
all have
May
something to
update.
look forward to.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and jump straight into the collections. With our new chapter coming out today, we've got the brand new Tokyo Ghoul collection. So let's go through that. Like, what's going on?
Sounds good. So as far as full outfits go, the Tokyo Ghoul collection has 1 legendary and 4 very rares. As well, it wouldn't be Tokyo Ghoul if we didn't do some masks. So we've got 4 of those as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the Ghouls legendary, we've got the Rize Kamishiro outfit. This character is super important to the world of Tokyo Ghoul,
Okay.
and we're so excited to be able
I
to
think
bring
that's
her into
the girl that he got
Okay,
his
wow, I
powers
cannot wait.
from.
Yeah, so Rize's outfit makes her look very innocent and pretty because that's how she lures people in to feed on them.
Yeah, I think she would have lured me into a dark alley easy peasy. I would have been a snack. Absolutely.
Our other outfit for the Ghoul is called the Ghoul Within. It's a very rare. This is taken from Season 1 during a pivotal scene that we chose to be his diverging point. So this is when he's pulled into the fog.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's awesome. I know people are going to really love that cosmetic. These both look amazing. So, and I know these moments very well as a huge fan of Tokyo Ghoul myself. So, what else can you tell us about the other outfits coming?
Yeah,
I wonder
so
if they
for
got the
Yui, we've
voice
got an
actor for the
outfit
girl.
called Toka's Struggle. It's inspired by the outfit that Toka wears while she's active as a ghoul, and is characterized by the rabbit mask and the pink hair that she's using as a disguise.
Okay, I love that. It still embodies Yui. So I still really love that.
For Renato, he's got an outfit called Hide's Mood. Hide is Kaneki's ride or die best friend for the whole story. Super cool, super positive, and incredibly supportive to Kaneki even during his darkest moments.
I also think that Renato
Ken
himself would
Kaneki.
be a true ride or die, and so that cosmetic fits him perfectly.
Absolutely. And finally, for Nia, we've got Edo's creation outfit. This is a very cool character who shows up sort of early in the series, but
It's
we
kinda
don't get
cool.
to learn her identity until much later on. She represents a great premonition of things to come, and the hidden identity angle is what makes her such a great match for Nia.
It's a great cosmetic too. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. So one of my favorite parts of the collection though is gonna be the masks. And I'm super glad that we were able to actually bring them into the fog. So who gets one and what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, so we've got masks coming for the Unknown, Jonah, Jake, and David King.
The Unknown? What the
Unknown's
fuck?
mask will be familiar to you because you're such a big fan. But it's based on Noro, who is a very powerful, very mysterious character during the anime. For Jonah, we've got a mask based on Fukuru. And David and Jake both get masks based on very prominent Aogiri members.
Okay, that was awesome. I absolutely loved.
I mean, they didn't show it to us, so I don't. I've never seen it, so I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
I want to
But
talk about Blood Moon because we just talked about that in our last segment, and I know we're adding some really great new additions to the collection. So why don't you walk us through those?
Yeah, so we're really happy with how these have turned out. We kept building on the arcane blood magic vibe from last year, and we're really hoping players are going to like these. So first,
artist again?
we've got
God
the
damn!
artist.
They give the
He's
artist
got a
everything.
Beautiful new outfit called Painted Red. She's got horns.
I mean,
and
it's
this
really cool, but
Disney-inspired architecture to her clothing.
they give her
That
everything.
makes it look like a living mix of ink and blood.
She honestly looks like this like horrific masterpiece. Like it's so scary, but like so effortlessly gorgeous.
Absolutely. And we've also got
It's
the
cool.
Houndmaster's first new outfit
Oh.
Oh my god.
since her launch. Yeah, it's called Captain in Exile. And the real standout about this one is her weapon. It's like a beating heart on a staff that's incredibly gnarly.
The weapon's cool.
That's
I
actually
think
my
the
heart
outfit
version.
itself is
She ripped
pretty
out my heart
lackluster.
and put it on the staff, and that's
Doesn't
completely
look like
fine.
they
I'm
put
fine
much
with that
effort into
because
the outfit
Houndmaster,
itself,
we got a
but
Houndmaster mention, and that cosmetic
that
is
weapon's cool. If
amazing.
the heart is actually
So,
beating too,
oh,
that'd be
I'm
sick.
so thankful.
And to go with the Houndmaster, we've also got Tori's first follow-up since her release, and it's called the Ceremony of Blood. It
It's kinda
mixes
cool.
her cult vibe with the Blood Moon theme, while also being her very first.
Again,
mixing
you
up
know,
very
after the
well.
artists,
I
you
love
know,
this cosmetic, honestly. If she wanted to leave me on the hook to die because she's wearing that and she's just got to go and strut, that's fine. I'll die. That's fine.
Penultimately, we have Claudette. Her Bloody Botany outfit is absolutely gorgeous. We used a lot of rose thorn imagery.
it's okay.
And there's also some subtle skull patterning on the shirt. And overall, absolutely love this one.
Not my
It's so
favorite.
good. I
There's
cannot
kind
wait
of
to
a
get my
lot
hands
going
on
on.
this for my girl Claudette. That's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about so many amazing cosmetics, but we also need to touch on the Knight's Blood Moon outfit that we actually introduced last year, right?
Yeah, so last year we did the Bloodworm helmet for the Knight as our Oryxel purchase gift.
Mm-hmm.
We got such positive feedback on it that this year we
Oh,
went
that's
ahead
cool.
and finished the outfit.
That's cool.
So if you purchased Oryxels last year during the event, you'll already have the helmet, but we've gone and we've made the body and the weapon that will be available in the store for the duration of the event, so you can complete
That's a
the
cool
whole
one.
look.
I like that one.
That's awesome. That looked really good. I know there's gonna be some Night Mains out there that are gonna.
The
be
artist
so
one and that one
ecstated
were
to get their
probably
hands
the
on that.
best, I'd say.
And remember, these are time limited and
Artist one's the
only
best.
for the duration of the
Dude, the
event,
artist also
April
had a
to April
really
7th.
good
Well, starting
costume
April
in
7th.
the
So make sure you're in there. You're logging.
I think it
in
was the
every day,
Dracula
you're
one.
Making sure you're contributing to the 500% increase of blood points that I know we're all doing together. Because we want me to get those blood points.
He really wants those
So
blood
anyway,
points.
Thank you so much, Kirby, for joining me to talk about all of these amazing collections. And coming up in a few moments, we're going to have Brandon on the couch with Eric to talk about the changes coming to the archives. So stay tuned.
No, I wanted to hear about the fan creation collection. We haven't gotten it. There's all those fan creations and they're not in yet. It was like half a year ago. Probably even more. I like that badge. It's got like him in his ghoul form, and then probably him before he transformed.
Hey, I'm not Brandon. I don't think we've met. Wanted to
Who
say,
are you
hey,
actually?
yeah.
What are you doing here?
Wanted to pop in before we get to Brandon. Thank you to Kirby for bringing those beautiful and exciting cosmetics. I love watching the chat. Anytime we show cosmetics, people are delightful on there. Also delightful when Chase was out here. You folks need to calm down.
Spritz you with water bottles.
Calm down.
No, back.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a really cool batch of outfits, and we got some more show to do, huh?
Yeah, and don't forget, we've got a few other collections we didn't actually have time to cover in that segment, including some new stuff for the Techwear collection. So hit up the deadbydaylight.com website to go ahead and check all those out right now. But now we're going to get this imposter off of the set. And it's going to be Brandon joining over here so we could talk about the archives.
Right.
I was hoping to see those fan created collection, but that'll probably end up being like an anniversary thing that they probably like showed it last anniversary, then now they're gonna wait a whole year to be like, hey, remember these?
All right, so we know, and you know that big part of daily life in Dead by Daylight is the archives, and it's part of your experience in the game. And the team is always looking for ways to improve it and make it more fun for
Curious
our
to see what they
players.
do
On that
here,
note,
but
we brought out fan favorite Brandon, who's been working on this with the team to make some cool changes, and we're going to go over those right now. Brandon, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's my third time.
Yep.
I guess I'm a regular now.
You are a regular, and I cannot spend more time with you. It's too much.
Looking forward to it.
No, but thank you so much. So, rumor has it, big shakeups are coming to the archive, so why don't we get right into it?
Yes, rumors are right. You heard right. It's been a while now that the team has wanted to make our challenge system more efficient, more enjoyable, and I'm happy to say that starting with our upcoming tome, players are going to start seeing these changes.
And so, when you say upcoming tome, just to make it super clear for the folks at home,
Not now, but when we get our tome release.
yes. So, because we're not going to do a second stream for that one, we wanted to talk about it today.
Yeah. So, before I
Okay.
get into all the nitty gritty, all the gameplay details, I'd like to cover some high level changes that players will notice right away. For one, the archives itself is being archived, or rather, kind of disappearing into the fog. What I mean by that
Okay.
is the archives will simply be referred to as the Rift moving forward, and the term archives will kind of fade away into the fog, let's just say.
Okay.
So, what does that look like to in game in Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, so visually, we're not looking at some major changes. They're quite minor. The archives button, for one, will be replaced with a new button called the Rift. And the Rift button will be in the main menu, and it'll take you directly to the Rift Pass. And, you can see all the goodies that you know and love. The lore will be kind of taken out as well, given its own button called the Tomes. And that's where all lore, new and old, will be housed moving forward.
Oh, that's really cool. So, folks jumping in can go straight to the lore that maybe if they're new to the game and they want to just start with that, they can just click of a button.
Yeah, so the lore will actually all be unlocked. So a new player can kind of just go right in and read as much as they want as their heart desires, and
what?
really enjoy stories
Wait.
of their favorite character, for example.
Super cool. Okay, so why don't you tell us a bit?
So
on
they're
the
removing
gameplay
all the
side
lore
of things?
challenges and stuff?
Yes, there's a lot of changes that are being made. The main one is how challenges are being formatted. The Rift is really going to make a big difference for our players, and we're excited to see this new challenge system, let's just say. Quickly though, challenge system will no longer be a thing. It'll be a thing of the past. We're going to change that to quests. So out with the challenges, in with the quests. And that's what I'll be calling it moving forward for this segment.
Old and busted challenges, new and hot quests.
So under this new quest system, as a player, you won't need to select any quests anymore. They'll all be available at the same time right away, and you'll be able to complete
that's
as many
nice.
as you want, as many as your heart desires.
That's nice to be able to do all of them at
That's
once.
fantastic. So a lot less hands-on management that the players have to
Okay,
do.
I get why they're
Little
doing it.
behind the scenes.
The tomes and stuff, there's a lot of buttons and finding
so
out
they
where
can make
the ones
progress
that you
too.
need. I get it, but
Opt-in, huh?
kind
Yeah,
of sucks
so
that you
e-
don't
exactly,
have to
like,
like
basically,
unlock anymore
In
like
past,
the
with
the
old
tome
system, it was
for the
one
lore,
challenge
but
for one trial. Now all quests are all active at once. It's going to give players a lot more freedom to just play the game and knock out whatever they want and just focus on having fun. It's been a long time coming. I'm so happy that we can finally talk about this today. So I'm glad that it's happening, and I'm sure the players are going to be super impressed and excited for this as well.
Cool. So now that we know how the new Rift works, can you tell us a bit about what kinds of quests they can expect?
Yeah. For starters, daily rituals. That's another thing that's going to be going.
New term.
Yeah. So no daily rituals. Now just daily quests.
Daily quests.
Yeah. So in the quest system, you'll see daily quests. Those will be daily, as the name implies.
Really?
Yes. And I think they'll be a little bit more easy, more simple, very much in the sense that you could knock out a daily or two within one trial without even thinking of doing them, period. We'll also have Rift Pass quests.
I do
which,
like
of course,
that.
as the name
The
implies,
dailies were a little
ties more
tedious,
closely
so
to
to
the
have them be a
Rift,
little bit more like
and
streamlined
all
is
the
good.
content, and it'll be a little bit more interesting, maybe focused on characters, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Um,
So we've got Rift Pass quests now. We've got daily quests, Rift Pass quests. What's next?
well, I mean, one small thing is like
Yeah.
the Rift Pass quests themselves.
Okay.
They're weekly.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and they're cumulative. So if you come in at like say week 10, you'll still have weeks 1 through 9 to just power through and knock out of the park, and still get the Rift Pass. There's tons of goodies there. I'm sure players are gonna have a good time, kind of just speeding through that, since we kind of have that mechanic now built in. But we'll also have different quest types, like the milestone quest type,
Okay.
and
Milestone.
that's similar to, let's just say you hook 5 survivors, so that'll be part 1 of milestone quest
Okay.
1,
Mhm.
and then part 2 will be unhook or hook.
I'm hoping
Something
that
like
this
this.
quest system
10
is a way
survivors,
for them
so
to
then you'd move on,
introduce
and
like
the number would get increasingly
badges,
higher and
banners,
higher, until a
charms.
certain point. These will also
Really cool
expire
would be
at the end of the
costumes,
Rift and reset.
but-
Same thing with the Rift Pass quests; those will also reset.
Perfect.
Finally, I have a lot
More.
to say. Yes, there's wait,
There's more.
I feel like I always say that, but there are event quests. So we haven't forgotten about events. They had its own system. We're bringing it over
Okay.
to the quest system. Now it's one nice little fancy package. Play all your quests through that one system, and those will be more closely tied to what you've already seen in the previous events.
Perfect. Okay. That's
Okay.
a lot of new terms.
Yes.
There's gonna be a quiz at the end of the show to make sure you got them all. So I've heard that we're adding a seemingly simple but really useful feature to the quest system that people have actually been asking about for a while. You want to spill the beans on that one?
Yeah, this one is really exciting, to be honest, and it's one that I've pushed for quite some time, and that's the ability to see what specific quests you're doing while in a trial.
Okay.
Currently, we don't have that option available, so now,
Okay,
in the
that's
upcoming
cool.
tome, you'll be able to pin your quests.
Oh, nice.
So basically,
And
very
once you
quality
pin
of
a
life
quest from the
update.
main menu, and you're in a trial, you can hit pause and find whatever quest you pinned. Just an easy way to remind yourself, what am I doing in this trial?
Right. Brilliant. And so, for the people out there who love the rifts, I've got to ask, are the older challenges still going to be available in some form when this new system kicks in?
Yeah, for sure. We kept that in mind to keep all the older content available. We know there are some quest level rewards, or rather tome level rewards, that are probably high value. People want to achieve, earn. So we're keeping that system active. It's all going to be housed in that tomes button that I mentioned. That will house all the lore. So you'll get the lore, and you'll get the compendium in that button, and you'll be able to knock out a few older challenges, so to speak.
Okay.
So the compendium, older challenges, those will all stick around for a while. If you played all the new quests and you have nothing else to pique your brain, there are additional older challenges that you can knock out, get some blood points in the meantime, and more importantly, have fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Brandon. There's a
Wait,
ton of stuff there,
what?
cool new stuff coming for the players, and something I wanted to point out too is we announced a couple months ago we're in this quality of life initiative right now, and while this is obviously a new feature, it's also something that I'm finding it respects players' time, which is sort of like our guidelines for the whole quality of life thing. Let's respect our players' time, and this is shaving off a bunch of the edges so they don't have to spend as much time outside of the game and spend more time in the game having fun and playing. It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
So thanks to you and the team. As we mentioned at the top of the segment, this is coming a bit later. It's not today. It's coming on May 6th. So set your calendar.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting
and
FNAF.
stay tuned.
That'll
We'll be back
definitely
with
be
our
at
Q&A
PAX.
to wrap up the show.
Okay, so like overall that's cool. I think it's a great like quality of life, being able to see inside the trial and being able to do multiple at the same time. The daily rituals being updated is very good. Those things were a pain in the ass. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed that like the way that they kind of said it is that like the lore just gets auto unlocked, which is nice for you to just have and read.
Again, I love
But I
watching
did
the
like a
chat
little
rooms
bit of that,
and
like selecting the
stream-
challenges,
stream
unlocking the
fans
lore,
there.
you know, like the tome having that design
Also,
to
we
it.
got a
Like
good
that was
trend
cool
of
to me.
bald dudes on the show
But
tonight.
I know that like in terms
I
of
could
like,
not be one of them.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
ease and like
No.
playability,
Wouldn't know
you know,
what
it's
it was.
it's better to
Down to
just
the back.
have
Oh,
them
yeah,
unlocked
the really long
kind of thing.
ponytail
So
back here that you don't see. So we're at the Q&A portion, and before we get into the questions, we did want to, it's like a programming note, or if you're old like me, it's like when a correction they would issue in old newspapers. We got a couple of the terms wrong that I just wanted to update here just for some of the outfits, for the Tokyo Ghoul outfits. So Kaneki has the Awakened Ghoul outfit, Yui has the Rabbit costume, Renato has the Hide costume.
Eat it.
Oh, yep, Hide costume, thank you, George. And Nea has Eto costume, and I need new glasses. Is what I'm learning. Oh, thank you. So there's your correction. Also, we have questions to answer, and actually, before we answer the ones that I have on my screen, I want to answer one that I saw in chat a couple times. Someone very interested in whether I'm a Boston Bruins fan or a Canadiens/Habs fan.
Oh.
They actually asked me this on my interview when I moved from Boston to Montreal. My boss, who's now my boss again, weirdly, Luke, asked me that question. He said, if you are a Bruins fan, don't tell anyone when you're here. Lucky for everybody, I didn't watch hockey until I moved here, so I guess I'm a Habs fan. So that's your softball answer. Now let's get to the real questions people actually care about. So first up, are there any plans to give more surrender options in the game?
So the surrender option that was tested in the PTB has very strict conditions before activating. All survivors are slugged, or when all remaining survivors are bots, the last survivor can surrender, or the killer for the killer to be able to surrender, all remaining survivors are bots, or no generators have been completed for 10 minutes. This is intentional, as we feel that these are the main areas where a match is effectively already over.
I think a voting system would be
We will
okay.
monitor this carefully when it goes live, and if we identify other situations where the feature would fit and make sense, then we'd expand on that.
I mean, like I know it could be abused,
Yeah,
but
we did
I
get
mean that's
some
with
initial
almost every
feedback during
system.
PTB, but it's not a wide enough group that we wanted to. Let's see now in the live environment what people think of surrender. So let us know. I'm sure you will. Will there ever be new server locations?
Funny you should ask.
It is funny.
So today at 1 p.m. we're activating a data center in India, which we hope will help to alleviate some of the higher ping issues players are facing in the Middle East. We will continue to monitor to see where else we can put these servers to continue to alleviate frustration.
Awesome. We tested a new version of Area of Crows in the PTB. What is the future of existing variants? Oh yeah, this is a late breaking news.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of discussion around map variants, as quite often we know that the players feel that they fall short of the mark. That leads to a bit of frustration. So from the chapter release today, we are going to be removing the extra variants so that players will then have more variety in their matches. The original map will remain in case of Badam Preschool, and the 4 additional variants will be removed, for example.
Yeah, so we're also interested to hear on that one. If there's some that have gone away that you need to come back, just tell us. We're easy to reach. Why does the lock-on the Ghoul exist? Would it be better if it was more of a skill shot?
So in early testing phases, both a lock-on and a skill shot were tested. When it was just a skill shot, it made the killer feel particularly unintuitive and clunky on the mobility side, partly because it was so specific on what you could or could not aim at. So we went with the lock-on version, as it generally felt much better to be able to play it and use it with navigating the map.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you add more colorblind options, please, Dev?
So a part of our quality of life for the upcoming year is improving on our accessibility features. We see it with the Ghoul now, with the different colors involved, with how that would be very helpful for colorblind filters to change those colors associated with him. So we want to do that.
Yep, and we have some very lovely people, even within our team, who are colorblind, who help keep that front of mind. It's awesome. Dave, who we have on the couch frequently, has started reworking his internal PowerPoints just to accommodate our coworkers. So it's really cool. So stay tuned. When will Ghostface get his camera back? It's been missing for, all caps, months.
It has. You will be very glad to know that the Ghostface camera will be back in today's release. So go forth, get worried, and photobomb to your heart's content. Just not if it's me. There's a lot of bug fixes included in today's release. So please let us know on the forums if there's anything else that you are having issues with. We'd love to work on it.
Fantastic. Looks like our last one here. Other game modes like... Oh, it's not even Are other game modes like... Oh my gosh, the phrasing. Okay, there's one more question after this. Sorry, I said this is not the last question. Other game modes like My Little Oni, would they be back anytime?
For right now, we're focusing on the quality of life and making sure that we address the main issues.
Yeah, they didn't really do
shown
a
on
April
our
Fool's, I
roadmap.
don't think.
As such, there might be delays outside of the regular release calendar, and also events or modes might not follow the normal cadence. So, yes, we miss Meg's hair being all over the place, but we want to make sure the game is in a great state for you first.
Okay, now the real last question. Actually, it's a good one. What's happened with the community skins that we voted for?
Yes.
I don't know what that's about. Last year we ran
Yes.
a contest.
Thank you.
Flipping awesome. We had literally thousands of submissions.
Dude, the ones that they picked were
Fantastic designs
sick.
and cosmetics. We chose 4 killer designs and 4 survivor designs as winners to put in the game, and I'll let you answer when they're coming.
Yeah, so they are still coming. Don't worry. You can expect to see them pop up soon. It takes time to create these and implement these into the game. But rest assured, we're very excited to be bringing these into the game and also showing some sneak peeks on socials soon about how we've brought them into the game. So keep an eye on those.
I shouldn't say anything on the record, but I'm pretty sure the first one comes in our next release after this one. So I'll probably be wrong. You can yell at me. I don't mind. So that's it for the Q&A section. Thank you so much for those. We love getting to answer questions. We love reading your feedback, obviously, so keep it coming. And that's the show for today. So I don't know exactly what time we're at right now, but basically the chapter's going live. Oh, thank you. In 5 minutes. Tokyo Ghoul
5
goes
minutes.
live in 5 minutes, so 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. We're very close.
Yes, we're just getting started with all of the things we want to do this year, so stay tuned to our channels for tons and tons and tons of more content and updates in the next few months. Don't forget, our next show will be the 9th anniversary live stream, so get ready for that. Make sure you get your tickets for PAX.
PAX.
And gosh, I'm so sad to be going.
Yes.
But, things have to end.
Right? But until then, we want to give a big thanks to the entire DVD team that may or may not be tuning in back at the studio. We love you, and we love all of our DVD players out there in the fog. So
Yeah, the anniversary event will probably have a FNAF
For
teaser.
now, we're going to raid Evo. Have fun.
All right. Well, overall, pretty cool. It wasn't as much of like a holy crap. Here's some big reveals, but Ken Kaneki looks cool. I'm not playing him right now. But I will probably be playing him eventually. I'm not sure when. But it will be happening. So yeah, they mentioned the collections, which is good. I know that was kind of a thing that I was, hoping for. The fan created ones. They said they're still coming. That guy said that, maybe next update. So, we'll see. But either way, he looks cool. Definitely excited to try him out. Feel like he could be fun, to just get in, enjoy, get out. The new quest system, as much as I'm going to miss the tomes and unlocking the lore itself and the design of the tomes and stuff, I think the quest system's definitely more streamlined and user-friendly, especially since you can do multiple challenges at once. Daily rituals are getting updated to the daily quests, and those are significantly better than the rituals we have now, because those are a nightmare to complete. So I think that's cool. The overall a good addition. Just me being, uh, having had the old system, I'm just gonna miss, the old tome stuff. They say we'll still have it. Excuse me. They said we'll still have it for a little bit, so I guess that's not terrible. But either way, looks cool. I'm excited. Definitely will be playing it, just not right now. It'll have to be sometime later. Not sure when, but next time I stream, maybe we'll hop on, play some Ken Kaneki. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the stream. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay cool, stay safe, and peace out.